Okay, we're going to do a bit of work with the rudder plane today. If you want to see, I've made a rudder plane out of an old chisel in the past. We're not going to worry about that one. I also have a small rudder plane. I want to say it's a Veritas one, but it's not marked. I haven't used it yet. It is a Veritas one. And still in the box, I have a large Veritas rudder plane. So let's unbox this and set it up. Okay, so this is an unboxing video, and I am unboxing it. So got the fence, put that away. Got some instructions. Of course, we know we're not going to use them, although I will have gone through them before. Bit of packing. Got a tag from Veritas so that you can send your plane away to be sharpened, although I'm not sure why you would do this. Fairly quick and easy to sharpen it yourself. Here is a 1/2 inch flat blade. This is a blade extension that connects to the blade so that you can sharpen it in a Veritas sharpening jig, which I do have. And a 1/2 inch V straight blade. I'm just going to use the 1/2 inch straight blade for today. We'll get rid of the box. Just make sure that there's the rudder plane itself, wrapped in some corrosion-proof paper. And yes, the box is empty. So let's unwrap it and take a look. There we go. You can also get ones with an open mouth. I've got a closed mouth. I like the adjusters, although I've heard that they're not so great. One of the good things with Veritas and some of the newer planes is that it locks the blade in. Locks the blade, as I'll show you in a moment. Locks the blade front to back so it can't skew side to side on you. So as you can see, the rudder blade is changeable. And here's our extension. So basically, slide the plane up. We will adjust it to make sure it's definitely above the work height for now, and just give it a quick lock in. All right, so there's the rudder plane. I'll just take one quick, make sure this is done up nice and tight. Good to go. Save that for later. Get rid of the packing. And we'll move on to checking this rudder plane. Okay, so I am going to route out these here on my Dutch tool cabinet. But just so it's a bit easier to see, got the blade. It's just slightly protruding. So we'll give it, actually we'll adjust it up just slightly again to its highest setting and give it a bit of a push. I'm going to say, first of all, it's fairly sharp out of the box, and that looks nice and even and flat. So we don't have to do the next step, but I'll give you a quick explanation of what we would do. Okay, so if we weren't even, what we want to do is register this surface. So could protect the sole with some masking tape, and then basically on the diamond stone in this case, or an oil stone, rub back and forth and take a look for a thin line across here until we're even. We use that by then taking the blade out, which I'll do for us now. Take the blade out. We would use the thin edge that we just gained there, just like on a chisel or on a plain blade, and we would use that to then register and flatten the sole. Now, for these planes, number of ways to do it. Paul Sellers has a great little tool. He uses a block of wood set at a certain distance, which creates a bevel when he sits in his vise, and just uses a diamond lapstone. I have one of them too, but I can't find it right now, so we won't do that. In this case, we're just going by feel, and just like anything else, give it a few rubs until we feel a nice burr, and then we can remove the burr. Now, because this is fairly sharp right now, I'm not going to go through the whole sharpening process, but that's basically it. Just the same as you would with a chisel blade. So basically like any other thing. So basically, like a chisel, now that we've got a registration surface on the back and we've polished it as much as we want, we just register, give it a few pulls, back and forth, side to side, whatever you wish. I generally go with the cutting action. So you're getting a slight polish there. And then flip that over to the 1000 grit side. 1000 grit is probably enough for this, and because, as you saw, this was fairly sharp, I'm happy with that, certainly on the pine. And if there's a little bit of a bevel on the back, which there should be, just remove that. You can see a slight polished edge. I'm happy with that. Good to go. If we had the pointed end, I would probably, similar, we just hold it on an angle, sharpen it both ways, remove the burr on the back, or again with a diamond lapstone on a stick, or even some sandpaper. And really, 400 grit, 800 grit if you want a high polish, but there's no point, it's a working tool. 400 grit will make this strong enough to cut through all the hardwoods I've been using, and definitely through the pine. Very, very, very easy. So that's all there is to setting up a router plane for use. Nice and easy. Set for a bit of a thick cut. Obviously take off less, but working just fine. Out of the box and with like about a 2-second sharpening demo. So there is the router plane, and we'll be using that to finish off our Dutch tool cabinet. And so that's just a quick update here in the workshop, setting up and a quick sharpening demo of using a router plane. I have the Veritas model. There's several to choose from, and thanks for joining us. Remember, if you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified when new ones are posted, and feel free to share.